Here's Gurley. On the stop that time, it was Josie Jewell. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third.
Tight guard, tight guard, tight guard. Slam.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third.
Move. 3 down, 3 down. Showing up. Two. Kill. Hey, turn it up. Check. Fresno.
Gone. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. And they told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Well, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
At the 37-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's second and 11. Flacco from the gun. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down. Looking for 2 yards here on third down. Flacco. He's got his tight end Fant. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Fant. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 11 more on that one, and another first down. Now it's Flacco. He's got his big tight end, Fant. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So as they take it over, we step aside. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Looking to throw again on second down. Flacco. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. No score after 1 on EA Sports. They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. And again, it's Flacco to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. They only needed 1 yard on third down. They get 10 instead by going to the air.
3 wide. Hey, Steve 6.
First and 10 here for Flacco. And this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown Broncos. Cortland Sutton there to make the grab. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. It's caught left side by Cooks. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one goes for 24 yards.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Gurley takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
We go. 180. Tackles. Switch. Slam.
From the 50, it's gone. Throw left side, complete to Cup. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
And defensively going with a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd and 4. From the gun, here's Goff. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Decision made for Sean McVay. They're going to go for it.
You got 3. 3 down. 25. Check 25. Check nickel. Check 50. Watch out.
On 4th down, Goff. This is caught. It's Cooks. 27 yards, a big play there on 4th. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the 1st down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
This will be the first red zone opportunity now for the Rams. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18.
Watch the shit.
Again, Goff. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Derek Wolfe in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
You can't stop me.
Two minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Throwing on 2nd and long. Goff over the middle. That's hauled in by Cup. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for third down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you go lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Trying to find Cup, but it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. Well, Charles, if you think so far the early part of the preseason, who has stood out? If you take a peek back at the draft, the first round, it was pretty defensively minded, but there were 3 quarterbacks taken. Kyler Murray first, Daniel Jones 6th, Dwayne Haskins 15th. Of those guys, they've looked pretty good.
I agree with you, Brandon. When you talk about those 3 quarterbacks, and you're right, the rest of the draft, we're talking about big linemen, right? We're talking about defensive players, not a lot of skilled players in the first round. But let's take the quarterbacks very quickly. Kyler Murray, by acclamation, went to Arizona. Everyone excited about it. And I think his team remains excited about his prospects. They're eager to see him play. He became the starter as soon as he was drafted. Daniel Jones, that was a different situation in New York. The fans weren't real excited about him coming in. But the reason they drafted him has a similar demeanor and talent to Eli Manning. And he's acquitting himself quite nicely in the early going. And Dwayne Haskins a little more up and down in Washington. But they love the big arm of this guy, and he's back at home. Remember, he grew up in Potomac, Maryland.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You gonna see me in your nightmares. Wait.
Operating out of the gun, Flacco. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Well, Charles, while we have a moment, you know what we need to do here is give a nod to the new Hall of Famers who were brought into Canton and inducted on August the 3rd. Champ Bailey, Pat Bowlen, Gil Brandt, Tony Gonzalez, Ty Law, Kevin Mawai, Ed Reed, and Johnny Robinson, all part of the class.
Fantastic class. When you talk about guys who played at the top level, obviously they're Hall of Famers. But what I found interesting about it is you've got a great pass catcher, the best pass-catching tight end in history, in Tony Gonzalez. How would he like to work against this secondary? Champ Bailey and Ty Law at corner, Ed Reed and Johnny Robinson at safety. Good luck trying to get open against those 4. What a matchup that would have been. But it was a terrific night for those gentlemen. Congratulations. And, of course, Ed Reed's bust will go down in history because they got the hair exactly right. And Ed had a ball up there in his Hall of Fame speech.
And remember, next year they're going to celebrate the centennial year of the NFL with a special class of 20. So get ready for those speeches.
I wonder if they'll do it like Johnny Robinson this year, who actually submitted.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long.
Hey, Haywood.
To pass, Flacco. Looking for Sanders, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Nickel Roby-Coleman, and his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. While we got a second, we remind you that the Madden Championship Series is back and better than ever. August 30th through September 1st, you can watch the top Madden competitors face off at Arlington, Texas for a total prize pool of $190K. Tune in and watch it, twitch.tv/EA Madden NFL, 2:30 p.m. Eastern, August 30th and 31st, and then 10:30 a.m. Eastern on September 1st to see if Skimbo can go back-to-back-to-back as a Madden Classic champion. After the interception, here's Goff. Wide open receiver complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
Watch the slap. Watch the slap. Check 99. Check 99. Kill.
On 1st and 10, Goff. They'll get this one to Cup, complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 23 yards on the play. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. The final shot before break here. Goff. And he's got it. That's Kupp for a Ram touchdown. Cooper Kupp as time expires in the first half. As they are now on the board here in the first half. You knew time was going to run out, so this had to be in the end zone, and somehow they were able to find a window and get it done.
Very easy for us to talk about up here that, yes, all that had to happen, but when time's running down, sometimes your brain compresses a little bit too. They showed great poise, understanding of situation, making sure they got to the end zone in order to complete that pass and take a nice momentum into the locker room.
Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. And a short kick, taking it about the 16. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 34-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Regular.
Throwing again on second down. Flacco. He'll find Lindsey here. There he goes right side. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Phillip Lindsey, 64 yards. And the Broncos push further out in front. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy, who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be taken very short. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Hey, alert 3. Hatchet.
Out of the gun. Goff. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. They get the pick. Now what can Flacco do on first down? Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 18 big yards on that one and a Denver first. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Here's Flacco. Left side here to Sanders. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it first and goal. They'll run with Lindsey. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Phillip Lindsay, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Broncos push further out in front. And, Charles, when you catch that toss going right or left, really, but right in this instance, do you go straight for the pylon? Is that where you're going?
Well, typically you want to try and maneuver people a little bit so you have some space to get to the pylon. So I want to make sure I try and move them a little bit to the inside, and in this case to the left, so I get to the right side and get to that pylon and wink at it as I go by.
And, it's no good on the PAT, so they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Where's 52?
Goff. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 29. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Check.
On first down, it's Lindsey. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Double up. He's coming, double up.
They'll go again with Lindsey. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. Flacco now on 4th. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. Earlier, we mentioned the Madden Classic Championship. We also want to remind you that registration is underway for the opportunity to represent your favorite NFL club in the Madden NFL Club Championship. 32 of the best Madden competitors in the world will face off in the Club Championship final live from the EA Broadcast Center in December. Register today for a chance to take home a piece of the largest prize pool in MCS history. Folks, over $700,000. Visit MaddenChampionship.com/compete by October 7th and receive a free Team Elite Fantasy Pack. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, first down. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Check. Check your hot read.
Now gone. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Goff now to throw, and that will be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Here's Johnny Hacker now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Oh, he takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. He takes it at the 2. And he'll go out of bounds after getting this across the 15. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
Pass complete here to Sanders. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
They run on 1st down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 34-yard line. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Flacco will come to the line, 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Passing play, Flacco. And it's caught. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Joe Flacco. And the Broncos push further out in front.